What's going on, y'all? This is Caleb and Noah with Southern Appalachian Recon, and today we're out here with my brother Nate, and we are currently standing in the middle of the Ellijay River here in Ellijay, Georgia. Our plan is to float the Ellijay into Ellijay, where it meets the Canoe River and forms the upper Coosawattee River. Our plan for the float is to float about 16 miles from Harrison Park here in Ellijay, Georgia, and take out a Ridgeway boat ramp on Carter's Lake. It's about a 15-mile section, 16-mile section, and we're going to do an overnighter. We're supposed to camp at Jacob's Landing tonight. There's class 2 rapids in this section of the river, so I'm kind of stoked about that. We'll see how my big old canoe does, but I'm in the canoe, they're in kayaks, and we're going to take this head on. Can't wait to do this. Been wanting to show y'all the Coosawattee River for a long time, and we are finally here. So y'all hang in there and watch our adventure. This is Noah's first trip paddling his own kayak, so he's pretty stoked about that. We'll see how he does on these rapids. We ran aground. Oh God. So far the Ellijay River's been pretty calm. There's been a few little shoals to get through. We've only had to get out and walk once for just a short little stretch. We're heading into the town of Ellijay right now on the Ellijay River, and the Canoe should be coming in on our river right, just up here, not too far. The water depth is probably ranging from anywhere from 6 inches to 3 feet. And so far I've done just fine with this canoe, fully loaded down, as you can see. Got the party barge going on, got the cooler, food, dry bags, camping chairs, everything. It's been going just fine. It's just mainly been little shoals like this so far, like you can see Noah going on. It's beautiful. Nice warm day. It's supposed to be a high of 89 today and a low of 65, so it's going to feel nice and cool in the morning. It's going to be a nice reprieve for here mid-August in North Georgia. It's going to feel good. Woo! Some kind of water pipe or sewage pipe of some kind. All right, y'all. Looking upstream that way is the Ellijay River. And this is where the Canoe meets the Ellijay to form the Coosawattee. So we are now on the Coosawattee River, the upper Coosawattee, heading downstream towards Carter's Lake. It flattens out pretty good once the Canoe and Ellijay meet, form the Coosawattee. Nice little flat section here before these little shoals at the bottom of the straight stretch. This is what I love about a canoe, is on these flatter, deeper sections, straight stretches, and where the water's not just totally rowdy, you can stand up and paddle, almost like a paddle board. Rest your butt and legs, stretch your legs and everything, just right here on your boat.
Yeah, I remember you bragging about that on the analog. Sure.
Yeah, check out these old piers, y'all. That's pretty cool. There's one there and one there. That's old right there. Probably 1800s, the way that rock's stacked. And there was probably one right here where all these rocks have fallen over the years. Yep. up on a heck of a log jam right here under this bridge. I'm not sure exactly what bridge this is, but whenever I get home and get on Google Maps and find out what bridge this is, I will throw it down here in the bottom of the video. But heck of a log jam here in August of 2024. So as far as that log jam goes, we stayed river right, and it's pretty clear. There's just one little log we got to push over, but nothing too bad at all. Watch out, Noah. I'm coming. Hold on, just hold on.
Got it.
All right, got it?
Oh. It'll turn one certain way, and that's what I can do.
Come here and hold my canoe and I'll get that for you. Unless you think you can get it.
It's gonna pull it away.
Look, pull it straight. Don't pull it against the roots. Get out here in the water and pull it straight. Here, hold on to me. Hold on to me. All right. Here, get my canoe. All right, can we turn it over? Ah. All right, that's good.
Looks like we found it.
All right.
Anything. Like one of my trucks, probably. Oh no, hey, where's my truck?
Okay. All right.
I didn't lose anything.
Watch out! I've got to put that drain up there. That way that water can come out.
Oh, my hand hurts so bad.
Did you learn anything?
Yeah, I don't know how to maneuver, I just think.
You can't lean too far to one side or the other on this thing. Like you came down that bend right there and probably tried to cut it real hard and stop. And as soon as this gets under that current's gonna fill this thing up immediately. The GoPro's recording all of this. This is awesome.
Oh. That's
alrighty.
Maneuver because it's so light.
Yeah. Well, just beside the Gordon County Parks, right beside Old Highway 5 and all that, there's this first pretty decent little rapid. It's the biggest one we've come up on so far on this trip here on the Coosawattee. And Noah turned the kayak over right up against this little tree. He came swooping down this and tried to cut it hard and turned his kayak sideways, and it immediately filled up and got submerged, but we got him back upright and back in business. No harm, no foul, nothing lost. So that was a pretty little fun thing. I threw the GoPro on my head just because I could hear the rapid. Sounded pretty rowdy, so I was going to get some GoPro footage, but then I ended up getting the footage of the whole kayak rescue, so that'll be cool. Alrighty then, continuing on. All right, here's the Highway 5 bridge. About to go under it and keep going. Well, ever since we made it past the big park there in Ellijay and went under the Highway 5 bridge, the pace has picked up, but it's gotten really shallow, so we've had to get out and push a few times. But we're getting more vertical drop in the river, so that's good. Making a little time back up after that long flat section going past that park. But we're still on our way. There's been a lot of geese down through here too. That's pretty cool. They're almost, I guess they're used to everybody floating this section of the river on tubes and what have you. They're almost domesticated. They just stand right there and let you float on by. Boy, I sure wouldn't mind having a place like that right on the river. We are currently going past Fish Trap Park. It is 2:40 and we put in right at noon. So we've been on the river for about 2 hours and 40 minutes and I guess we're making good time. We're starting to catch up with some of these tubers that obviously put in this morning, maybe mid-morning. So we're making some time, making some progress. Still cruising on down through here. It sure is pretty out here. Shallow in spots, but sure pretty. How's it going, Noah?
Okay.
Heck yeah, dude. I'll tell you what, y'all, that river kind of picks up some steam there for a little bit. We're back on some flat water right now, so I figured I'd pull this out and give you a little 4-hour update. We've been cruising down the river for about 4 hours now. We're a little over halfway to where we're trying to make it tonight, which is Jacob's Landing. It's just a big bend in the river. If you're going downriver, it's gonna be river right. It's just a big bend in the river with a nice bank to pull off on. And there's a little spot I know right where the little tributary comes in. There's a nice waterfall there and everything. It's cool. But like I said, we're a little over halfway there now. Just made it through some rapids. I got a little rowdier than I think my canoe could handle, so I had to get out and guide my canoe down precariously. But I haven't taken a spill. We've got everything still. Haven't lost anything yet. But the day's still young. It's only about 3:48 right now, about 4 o'clock coming up. And we'll see about some more rapids. I'm pretty sure there are. Hopefully that's as bad as they get, because this canoe ain't gonna make it if they get any rougher than that. But anyway, figured I'd give y'all an update. We're still out here and it is just an absolutely beautiful day. There's turtles swimming. We've seen deer in people's yards. This is a pretty populated river as far as like residential areas. There's a lot of houses all the way down this river so far. More than I was expecting. I thought it was mostly woods. But I think the lower Coosawattee runs through more farmlands and everything. This is the mountain cabin area of Ellijay I think we're going through right now. So, but it's pretty nonetheless. A lot of white water, a lot of shoals, a lot of wildlife, a lot of people. So anyway, let's get back to it. All right, we've stopped and all kind of tied up, and we're having snack time and getting some drinks and what have you. And what do you think about it so far, Noah?
Great.
Paddling your own kayak for the first time, how's that going? Other than the one mishap.
Good, man.
Good? You like it? You like the freedom of zipping around, doing whatever you want? Heck yeah.
It's been a
What about
blast
you,
out
dude?
here. Super fun, guys. Really relaxing. Not too crazy, but good enough rapids to have a blast.
Yep. Yeah, there's some pretty solid little shoals and rapids, little class 2 rapids up here on the upper Coosawattee. It's pretty fun. I've had to get out and like slowly guide this big old canoe down some of them so I didn't lose everything. But yeah, it's pretty fun watching these guys zip down them in the kayaks. It's been nice. There's a lot of rocks, a lot of shallow sections. Really fun river, absolutely fun river. Good day tripping river. A lot of people out here tubing, hanging out at their river houses and stuff like that. There's a lot of river houses out here. A lot of folks. But alrighty, we're gonna have continued snack time and drink some water and get back to it.
See, even the duck has to get up and walk sometimes on these things. Yo, this is a full-on workout right here. Oh God. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all, we're coming up on Jacob's Landing here. It's this big bend in the river. It's that outer, it's river right, that outer side of the river there. It's a big flat river bank, basically. Good for camping and stuff. That was an all-out workout, dragging this canoe down through those shoals and all those little shelves and drops. Golly, that river got shallow and wide and rocky. I was dragging, dropping, dragging, pulling, pushing, abandoning ship to save it from sinking. But that's Jacob's Landing straight up ahead here. Almost there. I think it's right there on the right. It's what we're looking for. See that little tributary coming in? Yeah. It's been years since I've been here, but I think that's it. Yeah, there's that waterfall. Ooh, that's cold water there. All right, y'all, we made it to Jacob's Landing, and as you can see behind us, there's this little tributary and the waterfall coming down right here. It's nice to go to sleep to that sound, but we made it. The bank's pretty muddy, but we just cruised right on up into the mouth of this creek here, and we're getting all our gear out and set up right now, and we'll get a fire going here shortly. Start cooking some hot dogs for dinner, some cheddar dogs from Dollar General, and yeah, it's still mostly like I remember it. I haven't been here in years. There's not a whole lot of options as far as trees to hang hammocks in, so that's what we're kind of doing right now. We're about to hunt down the right trees to string these hammocks up in, but as you can see, Noah's already going at it. He's already claiming his spot. But I'm gonna turn this camera around here real quick and show you all this waterfall. I'm not sure what the name of this creek is. I haven't been able to find a label for it on Google Maps. So I'm not sure what the name of this creek is, but it's really pretty right here at Jacob's Landing. Let me turn this camera around, I'll show y'all. There you have it. Real nice. We just climbed up this hill, and there's a trail up here that kind of goes up to the top of this waterfall. See, there's the kayaks way down there. Yeah, this is the top of the waterfall, y'all. Pretty cool. I'm not sure where it goes back in there. Kind of looks like it just goes to nothing. Bunch of down trees back in here. Golly. Yeah, it don't really go anywhere. Just kind of, trail kind of peters out right here, and then all these down trees, but there's some rhododendron shrubs, and it's real nice up in here. There's the little creek right there. Here's the Coosawattee. That's where we came from, upriver. This is Jacob's Landing, this whole bend in the river right here. There's that tributary that goes up to the waterfall we're camping beside. There's our chairs, a little fire. Noah's about to get it going. And that way downstream is Carter's Lake. All right, so here's a full rundown of this whole area, the Jacob's Landing area. There's the waterfall. We've got this fallen tree. They've got their kayaks leaned up, drying out on the fallen tree. Here's this little tributary. There's my canoe. That's the Coosawattee River. Here's our Bermuda Triangle of hammocks we got going on here. And then we've got our camping chairs and coolers and food and everything. We've been cooking hot dogs again, as you can see. Noah's got him a marshmallow over the fire.
Dinner and dessert.
Yeah.
Good morning, y'all. We slept good last night. It was nice and cool out here. It's about 65 degrees this morning down by Coosawattee River. Fell asleep to the sound of crickets and this waterfall over here. And we're kind of putting stuff away, getting ready to get back on the river this morning, but we're still going to sit around here a little bit more yet. And we've got about 3.5 miles to go from Jacob's Landing on up kind of into the mouth of Carter's Lake, and we're going to take out at Ridgeway Boat Ramp, about 3.5 miles from there. So it's not going to be too hard to float this morning. All the shoals and rapids are behind us, and it's all flat water from here. But we'll still have some of the current to help push us along. But anyway, we're just going to relax around campsite this morning just for a few more minutes before we get packed up and back on the water. But we'll see you back on the water.
Well, we're back on the river, y'all. It sure is nice and peaceful out here. I love being on the river in the morning. It's already warming up pretty good, that sun is. It was nice and cool this morning before the sun come over the ridge, but it's warming up quick now. It's about 3.5 miles to the Ridgeway boat ramp where my truck's parked. So I'm figuring 2 hours tops, 2.5 tops. Shouldn't take us long at all to get from Jacob's Landing to Ridgeway. The upper Coosawattee, so golly. It was cool, it was fun, all the rapids and shoals and stuff, but I will not be doing that again in a 15.5-foot canoe. I guarantee you that. I'd recommend just a kayak and a day trip for the upper Coosawattee. Just for future reference. But we put in Ellijay at about 12 o'clock at Harrison Park, and we got here to Jacob's Landing last night about 6:30, 6:45 last night. So I'd say about 6.5, 7 hours, something like that, took us to get from Harrison Park to Jacob's Landing down the upper Coosawattee. Probably wouldn't have taken so long if I didn't have to get out and drag this canoe over those shallow parts, all those shoals and everything. But it was a cool experience. I can say I've done it now. And y'all are the lucky ones that get to see the only time I'll send a canoe down the upper Coosawattee. A lot of people we were passing were saying they don't usually see canoes come down through there. They're kind of surprised to see me running this canoe down through that section of river. I made it work. It wasn't pretty and it wasn't fast, but I got it. But if y'all like this video, y'all stay tuned, hit subscribe if you haven't yet. And we will be doing the lower Coosawattee, which starts just below the re-regulation dam on Carter's Lake and runs about 25 miles to Calhoun, where we'd take out at the Highway 225 boat ramp, just before the convergence of the Canoe River. We'll definitely be doing that part. I've done that part once before, so I kind of know what to expect. There's a few shoals, and from what I remember, a lot of log jams or like down trees that you'd have to pull over. But other than that, it's the lower Coosawattee ain't nearly as rough as the upper Coosawattee is, from what I experienced yesterday. But anyhow, I figured I'd give y'all an update. It's probably mid-70s right now, about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we're cruising. It's getting wider and wider as we're entering into Carter's Lake. All right, y'all, just for future reference, we had just passed under these transmission lines back here, and if you're looking to do this trip, this exact route that I'm doing, once you go under the transmission lines, heading downstream into Carter's Lake, straight ahead at the end of that straight stretch on your right is going to be an inlet. That's where we're gonna hang a right into this inlet. That's where Tails Creek comes into the Coosawattee River up here, just above Carter's Lake, on the northeast end of Carter's Lake. And that's where the Ridgeway boat ramp is. That's where my truck's parked, and that's where we're heading. But I just pulled up the maps. So I've got like 1 bar of cell phone reception out here, just enough for the maps to load, and figured I'd throw that little tidbit of information out there for y'all if you ever want to come do this exact trip that we just did. So anyway, we're almost there. Probably have about 3/4 to a mile left to go, but it's been nice and peaceful out here. No rapids to drag the canoe across this morning. It's just been flat water paddling.